It's me, oh Lord, standing in the need of prayer. It's me, it's me, it's me, oh Lord, standing in the need of prayer. Not my mother, not my father, but it's me, oh Lord, standing in the need of prayer. Not my mother, not my father, but it's me, oh Lord, standing in the need of prayer. Oh, it's me, it's me, it's me, oh Lord, standing in the need of prayer. It's me, it's me, it's me, oh Lord, standing in the need of prayer. Oh, it's me, it's me, it's me, oh Lord, standing in the need of prayer. It's me, it's me, it's me, oh Lord, standing in the need of prayer.
That was terrific, LD. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
You've just heard a gospel version of the black spiritual Standing in the Need of Prayer, sung by the well-known singer, lecturer, and composer, L.D. Frazier. You've made a study of the evolution of black religious folk music, and I wonder if you could just very briefly tell me the distinctions that exist between gospel and spiritual and Jubilee.
Okay, spirituals were sung by the slaves to sort of free their souls. Jubilee came about when the slaves were freed. We say the newly freed slaves sung Jubilee songs.
Jubilation.
Right. And gospel came about in the late 1920s, early 30s, when there was a positive belief in the black community that God, and particularly Jesus Christ, could do something about the conditions of the people.
Okay, give me an example now, if you could, of a Jubilee number.
Okay, I'm going to do a number called Plenty Good Room. The newly freed slaves finally had some room to move around, and particularly the ones who worked in the big house really sung this song with gusto because they had to stand a lot, stand at attention, stand while the master and his friends and family were having meals.
Let's hear it.
Okay. Plenty good room, plenty good room, plenty good room in my Father's kingdom. Plenty good room, plenty good room. Choose your seat and sit down. Plenty good room, plenty good room, plenty good room in my Father's kingdom. Plenty good room, plenty good room. Choose your seat and sit down.
Now, the distinction there, of course, is you're using a tambourine, and it's joyful, so this jubilation aspect, is that it?
Exactly.
It's interesting to see those kinds of distinctions. Now, you're a composer. Do you do any of your own things?
Yes.
Well, for example, could you give me one?
Okay, I've written a song for children. It's sort of a pop gospel number called Love Force.
Could I hear it?
Sure.
Love force, you know it's in my soul. Love force, it's gonna make me whole. Love force has got control of me. Love force, you know it's in my soul. Love force, it's gonna make me whole. Love force has got control of me. There's a great, great power sweeping across the nation today. Shows you how to love everybody, each and every way. I call it love force, you know it's in my soul. Love force, it's gonna make me whole. Love force has got control of me. Sometimes I get discouraged when trouble is everywhere, but then I get a feeling deep within me, a feeling that I wanna share. Love force, you know it's in my soul. Love force, it's gonna make me whole. Love force has got control of me. Love force, you know it's in my soul. Love force, it's gonna make me whole. Love force has got control of me.
wonderful. I mean, I may not be a kid, but it spoke to me. It's cabaret religion. That's terrific.
Right.
Why did you decide to start studying all these kinds of music?
Well, long before Roots came along, I just wanted to know what I was all about, and I was over at St. Peter's Church, where I do a lot of work.
St. Peter's Lutheran Church.
Right, and Pastor Genzel said, we're doing a series called Dialogue. Would you like to do something on it? So I said, sure. This was back in 1974. So I had to go to a lot of people like Joe Bostic, the well-known gospel disc jockey, and Professor Edward Boatner, who was one of the first musicians to...
And did a lot of research.
Right, to get in there.
And now, do you go out and you do lectures and recitals and things so you can share what you found out about black?
Exactly. I go to schools, cultural organizations, senior citizens clubs, homes.
What you know, out in California, I was reading that they have these disco, what do they call it, the gospel discotheques. What do you think of those?
Personally?
Yeah, sure.
I think it's very uncool.
Very uncool, huh?
Right.
Well, I want you to know that I think you're very cool. I like your music very much, and I particularly like the kinds of things that you're doing and the way you're sharing them with other people. And I guess now I got to say goodbye. I'd like to hear another one, though, on the way out. What are you going to play for me?
I'm going to do a traditional gospel number called Wake Me, Shake Me, and Don't Let Me Sleep Too Late, because I got to get to heaven in due time.
That's fine.
So I can swing on the golden gate.
Let's do it. I'll see you next week. I'm Russell Barber for the First Estate.
I was walking this morning, I was walking down the lonesome road. I was trying to make it in due time before the heaven doors close. I was trying to make it in due time before the heaven doors close. And I said, wake me, oh, shake me, don't let me sleep too late. I've got to get to heaven in due time to swing on the golden gate. I've got to get to heaven in due time to swing on the golden gates. I said, wake me, shake me, don't let me sleep too late, because I got to get to heaven in due time to swing on the golden gate. I've got to get to heaven in due time to swing on the golden gate. Wake me, shake me, don't let me sleep too late, because I've got to get to heaven in due time to swing on the golden gate. I've got